everyone. Hope you guys are doing amazing. Good evening. Happy Thursday. Hope everybody's doing good. Okay. Tonight we're talking about the 5 key things that are needed to heal your womb in 2025. Okay. If you want to share this with somebody that's having reproductive health issues, that's having womb health issues, whether it's fibroids, heavy bleeding, endometriosis, PCOS, any of those things that affect the womb. All right. So this is going to be a conversation that everybody that's having any issues with the womb or their hormones or their cycle, their menstrual cycle can relate to. Okay. This light is too bright for me. All right. So as you're coming in, please like the video, tap on the screen, like the video, and we'll get started. Okay. Hope that you guys are doing amazing. Hope everybody's doing well. Tap on the screen, y'all, so that we can get more people in here. Would love to know also where you guys are watching from. Let me know where you guys are watching from, especially if you guys are new. Okay, so again, we're talking about the 5 key things you need to heal your womb in 2025, because I know that there's women that's following me that are wanting to heal their shrink and dissolve their fibroids in 2025, heal their hormonal issues, as well as get rid of things like reverse endometriosis, PCOS, any of these reproductive health issues that women tend to suffer from, or maybe be able to get pregnant naturally, right? All of these things can be done naturally. If you've been following me for any length of time, you should know that every disease can be healed naturally, okay? So if nobody ever told you that, I'm telling you that, okay? If nobody ever told you that, I'm telling you that I've helped women heal multiple reproductive health conditions, okay? Get pregnant naturally, heal their hormones, and so on and so forth. So I love what I do, and I love putting the power back into women's health conditions, okay? Get pregnant naturally, heal their hormones, and so on and so forth. So I love what I do, and I love putting the power back into women's hands. If you're coming in, let me know where you're watching from. Let me know where you're watching from, what city you're in, country, whatever. If you're outside of the States, would love to know. And as you're coming in, tap on that screen. All right. So we're talking about the 5 key things to heal. We haven't even gotten started yet, and we already getting questions. You guys, before you guys ask questions, read the room. Okay. So then we're talking about the 5 key things you need to heal to heal your womb in 2025. Okay. In 2025. All right. So share this live with somebody that can benefit from this conversation. Also, be sure to tap on the screen to like the video, okay? I'm officially gonna get started once we at least get 100 likes, okay? Tap on the screen, because the things that I'm gonna share are not things you're gonna hear from your doctor, are not things you're gonna hear from Google.com, Google University. This is why so many women are dealing with fibroids and heavy bleeding and cysts and, PCOS, because nobody, like I said, is really giving you guys the real information about this. They're not telling you what's going on in the body when you're going through these issues. And that's why a lot of women are lost and don't know what to do. And they're trying all of these random remedies. Okay. So like the video, like the video if you don't mind. Let me know where you guys are watching from. Let's wake up. Okay. Let's get started. I want to say this for those that are watching. Thank you. That's interesting. That's your screen name. Thank you for liking the video. I appreciate it. So in case you're new, my name is Sasha. Okay. I'm a holistic womb specialist. So what I do is I help women who have fibroids, PCOS, endometriosis, infertility issues. I help them actually get to the root cause of these issues in order to fully heal from fibroids, in order to fully shrink and dissolve their fibroids, fully shrink and dissolve their cysts, ovarian cysts, reverse PCOS, regulate their hormones, restore their hormonal balance, regulate their menstrual cycles, and actually, like I said, heal from these conditions fully. So they're able to actually live their lives and, again, live fulfilling, beautiful lives without being cut open, without having, to be on these lives. And, again, live fulfilling, beautiful lives without being cut open, without having, to be on these medications that make things worse. So this is what I do for women. I put the power back into their hands. I help them heal. We've helped many women, hundreds over the years, get pregnant naturally. We've helped women get rid of fibroids, reverse PCOS, heal from uterine prolapse, and so many other things through my courses, programs, through, the workshops and just masterclasses. We've helped so many women, and I love what I do. If you've been following me for any length of time, I'm sure that you've seen the testimonials and you've seen, again, what we've been able to do for women. So There's so many women, like I said earlier, dealing with fibroids, dealing with, endometriosis, dealing with PCOS, dealing with all of these issues, not understanding and knowing that these issues can be healed naturally, okay? So we're gonna talk about the 5 key things. Somebody said they're from Maryland. So hi, I'm born and raised in Maryland, okay? Shout out to Maryland. Born and raised in Maryland. So I'm a Maryland girl at heart. Even though I'm not living there now, I'm a Maryland girl at heart. As you guys are coming in, let me know where you guys are watching from. Also, what reproductive health issue are you dealing with? Because when it comes to my comment section on my TikTok videos, you guys are pouring your heart out. But when we get on here, we want to be quiet. What's going on? Texas, okay? Shout out to Texas. Hi. Welcome to the live. Make sure you guys are following me as well. Okay. We're talking about the 5 key things you need to heal your womb in 2025. And you have endometriosis. Okay. Okay, thank you for letting me know. Let me know in the chat, ladies, what are you dealing with? What current reproductive health issue are you dealing with, okay? We're talking about the 5 key things you need in 2025 to heal your womb, okay? I was a fertility nurse for a few years, and I love what you're doing. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it so much. Thank you. I appreciate that. We're trying to heal as many wombs as possible, okay? And I have clients like in India, in UK, in the Caribbean. I love what I do. In the US, of course. Okay, I love what I do. I'll go first. I'm having recurrent miscarriages with fibroids. Doctors are saying surgery. Okay, thank you so much for letting me know that. So listen, so when we're talking about the surgeries, right? The surgeries don't get to the root cause of the fibroids. They don't get to the root cause of the problem. So unfortunately, what happens a lot of times as well, thank you for the rose, Dave. Thank you, yay! So what happens, I appreciate the gifts, thank you. When it comes to fibroids, women continuously regrow fibroids over and over again because they're not getting to the root of the issue. So when you have fibroids, when you have endometriosis, when you have these reproductive health issues, it's important for you to get to the root cause. If not, these surgeries actually do more harm than good, ladies, right? We're cutting into the lymphatic system, we're cutting into the body. Again, putting the body through more trauma. When you're dealing with fibroids, you're already dealing with your body's in a compromised state. It's in a more vulnerable state. So going through a surgery when you're dealing with fibroids is just, like I said, it's just the worst advice ever. It's important to get to the root of the issue, okay? So let's talk about the 5 key things you need. Detoxification. And not just basic cleansing. Detoxification. When I say detoxification, your body is meant to detoxify itself every single day. Your body is not meant to hold in toxins, but that's what's going on when you have fibroids. There's a lot of toxins, excess mucus, and toxic molecules that we're holding on to, excess fluids that don't need to be there. This is why a lot of women have the swelling, right, which bloating, right? Your body swells up, like not like a cleanse. We don't want to do not like a cleanse. When you have fibroids, when you have endometriosis or any of these reproductive health issues, your body's natural detoxification system has been disrupted. Because our bodies are meant to detoxify itself every single day. So that system has been disrupted. So we have our elimination organs, right, that help our body filter toxins and dispel toxins, right? The liver, the kidneys, right, the colon, all of these things, the digestive system. That process has been disrupted when you have fibroids. So understand that you're keeping toxins in, okay? You're keeping toxins in when you have fibroids, okay? Hold on, you guys with the questions, okay? I get it. Hold on. So when it comes to one of your body's master detoxification organ, okay, is your liver. Your liver is your body's master detoxifier, okay? And if you guys are following me, be sure to if you guys are watching, be sure to make sure you're following me, especially if you have fibroids or any reproductive health issues. You're gonna want to be following me, okay? In case you guys are new, follow this because we don't know how long TikTok will be here, that number 1. So not only follow, get on my email list, okay? Click the link in my bio, get on my email list. We don't know how, they're saying they're gonna cut TikTok off, I think next month or something like that. We don't know what they got going on, I don't know. We're going, and get on my YouTube channel. That's another thing as well. Get on my YouTube channel because these lives will be on YouTube if they cut off TikTok, okay? So your liver gets overwhelmed when you have fibroids, when you got heavy bleeding, when you got endometriosis, that liver is overwhelmed. So women are always asking me, like, what do you mean the liver is stagnant? The liver is overloaded. So there's a lot of toxicity in the body. The liver can't filter out all of this stuff. It's too much for it. It's overloaded. So this means that, again, the detoxification framework, the pathways in your body has been disrupted. Okay, so somebody just renewed their subscription. Okay, shout out to Faith. Thank you. So this is extremely important. So somebody said their fibroids are degenerating. Yes, that tends to be. That happens sometimes with fibroids, okay? So, why do toxins target your womb? Thank you for the gifts, by the way. Thank you. Why does fibroids target your womb area, ladies? Why does toxins target the womb? Let's talk about that. So, if you understand how the lymphatic system works, right? This is something that the doctors don't talk about. The lymphatic system, right? We have lymph vessels going all through our bodies. But when you talk about the lymph nodes, the things that actually help dispose of toxins outside of the body, right? The things that help the body clear out toxins and things like that, they're like the body's trash cans. The lymph nodes, a lot of them are around the pelvic, around the digestive system, and around the uterus. The pelvic a lot of them are around that area, right? So what's going on is that these lymph nodes are supposed to be detoxifying, are supposed to be clearing out, but unfortunately they're blocked, right? They're blocked due to the toxicity in the body. They're blocked due to, again, the excess hormones in the body, right? So there's several things that cause this, right? And a lot of people think they just want, how do we fix it? It's not just a 1-2 step. We just do this and everything's, no. When you have formed fibroids, it's a process. It's a process, okay? I have a video on my YouTube channel about how to find the root cause of fibroids. I have a whole video on there. So if you click the link in my bio, you see the YouTube symbol, subscribe to my YouTube channel, watch the video. I posted it probably like a few days ago. It's right there. Part one of that video. And make sure that you subscribe so you'll know when I do that video again, okay? Because that's a 2-hour training, how to get to the root cause of fibroids. But the short answer is go back to when you were dealing with fibroids. Go back to when you were diagnosed with fibroids. And go back to typically it's after a stressful period in your life. For most women, maybe after divorce, maybe after a breakup, maybe after you're fighting your ex for custody of the children, possibly after maybe a death in the family or of a loved one, possibly after, you were in school, it's after a period of time you were not taking care of yourself, okay? You weren't taking care of yourself. You weren't taking care of your body. You weren't pouring into yourself, right? After a bad relationship and after being with a narcissist. So go back to when you were diagnosed and ask yourself, what was going on in my life? Maybe after a very stressful job, what was going on in your life? Were you happy? What type of relationships were you engaging in? What type of friendships? What were you doing? Okay, what job were you working? Ask yourself that. That's where you start off. That's not the whole answer, but that's where you start off. What job were you working? Ask yourself that. That's where you start off. That's not the whole answer, but that's where you start off. What job were you working? Ask yourself that. That's where you start off. That's not the whole answer, but that's where you start off. What job were you working? Ask yourself that. That's where you start off. That's not the whole answer, but that's where you start off. Have not released them. We're supposed to, as people, supposed to, of course, have emotion, right? But the issue lies when you hold them in. When you hold them in. A lot of you guys have been holding in emotions for years, decades even, that you haven't processed through and you have not released, and that therein lies the problem. Okay, therein lies the problem. So understand that. Now, when we talk about when we talk about fibroids, we're talking about your hormones are out of balance. When you have fibroids, endometriosis, any of these reproductive health issues, your hormones are out of balance. It's not just one hormone. It's a series of hormones that are out of balance, right? So your hormonal state has been disrupted. And I say this in every life, a woman that is dealing with hormonal imbalance, this is a woman in general who's out of balance. If your hormones are out of balance, as women, we're connected with our hormones. If your hormones are out of balance, it affects your brain chemistry. It affects all of your bodily organs. It even affects the way you think. So if your hormones are out of balance, you are out of balance as a woman. Okay, so understand that, right? This is why a lot of women deal with anxiety, depression, mood disorders, not understanding this is a hormonal thing. Brain fog. This starts off hormonal, okay? So if your hormones are not, if your organs and glands are not secreted the right amount of each hormone, this is gonna, again, it's gonna shift your life. This is gonna cause so many symptoms, right? From heavy menstrual cycles to clotting, right? This is where the fibroids start developing, because again, your body, again, it provides the environment for your body to, like I said, hold in toxins. So this is why when you're getting rid of fibroids, you gotta, like I said, you have to heal your hormones. You have to, like I said, get to the root of it, number one, and you have to, like I said, you have to address those hormones. You cannot skip over that part. You can't skip over that part. A lot of people want to skip over the part and just want to go straight to the uterus and focus just straight on the fibroids. That's not how it works. And this is why women will continuously regrow fibroids, okay? Like there's some women that's had literally 4 myomectomies. They don't understand what they're doing to their body when they're continuously cutting in their uterus. Instead of actually you getting to the root cause of the problem. That's a huge issue. You got to stop doing that. You have to stop thinking that you have to, like I said, you have to stop avoiding the root cause. And I was explaining yesterday how that has been normalized among just society in general. That has been normalized for you never to find the root cause, for you just to, like I said, you chase your symptoms, right? You continuously chase symptoms. I'm gonna give you an example. Like, for example, if you're having heavy bleeding, you go to, heavy bleeding, you go to the doctor. I'm having heavy bleeding. They give you medication, but they never ask you why are you having heavy bleeding? They never ask you follow-up questions. They never asked you. They never said, let's get to the root of this heavy bleeding. So then you get another symptom. Maybe it's, really bad cramps. Then they try to treat that, right? Then it's always, you will fall into this trap forever. This is when women get into like their 40s, they get something called perimenopause, which is literally a hormonal imbalances and toxicity in the body. It doesn't have to happen, but for women that are unhealthy, that are dealing with, that have not, like I said, gotten to the root cause of their issues, this is something they will experience. That has not, so that's why I tell women in their late 20s, 30s, early 40s, if you don't want what is called perimenopause, you better get on it and heal your body now, because perimenopause and fibroids together is hell. I'm sure some of you are probably going through it right now. Perimenopause and endometriosis together is hell, right? Your body is not supposed to go crazy just because you turn a certain age. No, that's toxicity in the body. That stuff is not normal. You've been lied to. And you've been indoctrinated. You have to get to the root cause of the problem, because we know, listen, in case you guys don't know, you've been hiding under some rock. If you're in the States, some white guy just unalived the CEO of the United Healthcare, and nobody cared because of the insurance companies, because of what they've been doing for years, because of all of this, insurance fraud they've been getting away with, right? Literally nobody cared. People are talking about putting money on his books. The man that killed the guy, the CEO of United Healthcare, put money on his books. Free him. I've never seen anything like it, right? Because the insurance companies and big pharma, what they've been doing to people for years, what they've been getting away with is just, like I said, out of craziness. The healthcare industry, our healthcare industry is a sick care industry. They do not care about your health. I want you guys to understand that, because there's like a disconnect. You think that these people are here to save you. They do not care about your health. So when you go to get these surgeries and they tell you to get these surgeries, surgeons sell surgeries. And then you get the fibroid again. Why do you think that happens? There's incentives for when they perform these surgeries. They get more money. They get more money. Right? They get more money. So doctors, thank you. So I don't get it. People still don't get it in 2024. They don't understand that healthcare is sick care. They keep saying, my doctor told me to get surgery. My doctor. So you're trusting your doctor. You're trusting somebody. Let me just say this. You're trusting somebody that is working for a system that's not, again, working for a system that's not benefiting, that doesn't benefit you, number one. That does not care about you. That's working for a system that wants to keep people sick, right? Because that's more profit for the insurance companies, big pharma. Do you understand what people spend on healthcare in this country? That's the number one. Healthcare is the number one way people become broke, because of healthcare expenses and medical expenses, right? It's really horrible because we don't take care of ourselves, as we do not take care of our bodies, and a lot of people don't understand what health is. So you've been taught to normalize sickness. You've been taught to normalize hormonal imbalance. This is why when I say your period should be 3 days or less, people lose their mind. They want to fight me. Oh my God, my period is supposed to be it's not supposed to be 7 days. You're not supposed to be hemorrhaging. You're not supposed to be hemorrhaging, okay? You're not supposed to be hemorrhaging. Look it up. So Google it. Somebody asked me what woman, Google it, okay? Google.com, okay? Because I'm not talking about that right now. You're not supposed to be hemorrhaging. You're supposed, like, don't you get it? So if you're hemorrhaging on your period, that means that we're dealing with lots of toxicity in the body, okay? So that's just it. So if you're dealing with that stuff, you need to be in my free masterclass next week, the womb resets, okay? So let's get on to it. 5 keys to help you heal your womb in 2025. I'm talking to women that want to heal in 2025, that's tired of, again, running to the doctor's office all the time, the pap smears, the MRIs, all of this, the hormone testing. None of it is making you get better. You're wasting your time. Some of you guys have been doing that for years, okay? These doctors don't, when it comes to your reproductive health, that's on you. It's not on the doctors. They're only there to diagnose and medicate and cut you open. That's it. They're not there to heal you. Don't you get it? Don't you get it? Wake up, okay? Wake up. They're not there to heal you, okay? I gotta say that because people get so confused. They're not there to heal you. They don't care. All right, so when it comes to, the second thing that you need to heal your womb in 2025, you need to understand your hormones. You need to understand your hormonal system in the body. As women, we're connected with our hormones. If your hormones are out of balance, you are out of balance, okay? Your hormones being out of balance represents you being out of balance. So if our hormones, a lot of women don't even understand. They don't even know anything about their hormones. They just know maybe estrogen and progesterone, and that's it. And it stops right there. They don't understand how your estrogen and progesterone, if that's imbalanced, then you have to start off with the foundational pieces. That's the cortisol and the insulin first before you even get to the sex hormones. They don't understand how their hormonal system works. They don't understand that when one hormone is out of balance, the other one is out of balance as well. They don't understand that. A lot of women do not understand what it even means to be hormonally imbalanced, right? This is going to be a woman that has healthy menstrual cycles. She's not dealing with bloating and all of this stuff and, pain during her period. She's not dealing with clotting and she's not bleeding more than 3 to 4 days. She's not dealing with fibroids, endometriosis, all this stuff. You have to understand what it means to be hormonally imbalanced, right? And we have to work towards that, right? We have to work towards that because even when you're out of balance, this is why a lot of women deal with anxiety, depression. They deal with all of these mood swings. None of that stuff is normal. It's not normal, okay? It's not normal. And I think brown blood after a period is normal either. Yeah, I've been saying that for how long? How many videos have I done on brown blood? I'm tired of talking about that. That is a liver. That means that the hormones are out of balance and the liver, again, is overloaded. I've been saying that, but people want to fight. And you guys can continue fight. Some of you guys, not all. Some of you guys can continue fighting, but you know that inside, you know that I'm right. That's why you're here, okay? You know that I'm right, okay? And that's why I've helped many women heal their menstrual cycles, be able to have normal menstrual cycles, get rid of these fibroids, get rid of PCOS, balance their hormones. This is how you deserve to live. You don't deserve to live with all of this toxicity in your life. Because if you're dealing with womb issues, best believe that this, like I said, your womb mirrors your life. Your womb as a woman mirrors your life. So if you're having fibroids, clotting, heavy bleeding, this is a woman that's, again, her life is out of balance. She's dealing with unhappiness, unfulfillment. She's dealing with, like I said, a lot of chaos in her life. A lot of, she's overwhelmed. And again, she's unfulfilled somewhere in her life. She's not living in her purpose. She's holding a lot of things in. She's more than likely a people pleaser, okay? So I have all of that. Yeah, it's real. The state of your womb mirrors the state of your life. So, and as you heal your womb, you start to unblock things again in your life. All of these roadblocks that you see in your life, they start to open up as you heal your womb, okay? The physical and the emotional and the energetic, they're all connected. They're all connected. And if you want to learn more about that, I have a whole course on that, a 3-part course, the Healed Woman 3-part series, okay? That really gets deep with that, how the physical, the emotional, the energetic is all connected, and also how to trust in your body to be your own self-healer. Because a lot of you guys don't even trust that your body can heal. You don't trust, there is no connection with the body, there is no connection with the womb, and it shows. So if you struggle with that, you need that course. That Heal the Woman 3-day part course. It's not gonna be up in my site for that long. I think it's only like $88. Okay, so, and it also gives you actionable steps on how to move forward, the daily practices you should be doing, and how to be connected with your menstrual cycle, okay? How to be connected with your menstrual cycle, okay? So, so understanding your hormones, it's not just about how do I balance my hormones? A lot of you guys keep asking it, how do I balance my, it's not, hold on, before you ask that question, ask, how did your hormones become out of balance? That's the question you guys need to ask. And stop, like I said, chasing your symptoms. Get to the root of the issue. Stop chasing symptoms, right? A lot of you guys you chase your symptoms for years. Stop doing that. Get to the root of the issue so you can heal it once and for all. So you're not continuously having symptoms. You're not continuously having symptoms. You get what I'm saying? You got to think about your health long term and stop just thinking about now in the moment. That's the issue with a lot of people, okay? So you have to, like I said, understand what is the real cause of, you have to understand, number one, what estrogen dominance is. If you have fibroids, you're estrogen dominant. If you have endo, heavy bleeding, you're estrogen dominant, right? Your estrogen levels are out of balance. So your progesterone levels are too low. So if you're dealing with estrogen dominance, this being the precursor to these reproductive health issues, this is also the precursor to things like breast cancer, to ovarian cancer, endometrial cancer. So the reason why this is so serious is because, like I said, I've done videos about this. The fibroid to cancer pipeline is very real. I'm not saying that you're going to get cancer if you have fibroids, endo, or PCOS, but I am saying your risk of getting these cancers, these estrogen dominant cancers, are higher than the average person. Okay, so it's really important for you to understand that. You have to understand what estrogen dominance is, because it wreaks a lot of havoc in the body, right? Not only can it cause fibroids, it can cause autoimmune disorders, MS, lupus, thyroid issues, rheumatoid arthritis, right? Breast cancer, like all of these issues, perimenopause. None of this stuff is normal. It's not normal. We've normalized sickness and we got to stop, okay? So understand, you have to also understand that how when you're dealing with hormonal imbalances, this means that, again, the gut is backed up. The gut is backed up. Your digestive system and your womb, your reproductive system are right near each other. So if one is affected, so is the other. So women that are having yeast infections, I've been getting a lot of women to have yeast infections, BV as well. Yeah, because this is thank you thank you for the gifts. A lot of women saying this means that this is an internal problem. It's not just it's about who I'm having sex with. That could be a part of it, but it's really an internal problem, because you can be a virgin and have yeast infections and BV as well, right? And fibroids, right? So it's an internal problem, right? It's bacteria, it's gut in the bacteria, it's overgrowth of yeast in the body, in the gut. Okay, so understand that. Also, understand what hidden hormone disruptors are. That's important. So if we have a hormonal imbalance, you have to understand what are things that are going to disrupt your hormones. You have to understand it. So you should not be eating dairy if your hormones are out of balance. Okay, you should not be eating things like dairy. Patricia Kant, if you don't mind, send me a message, because I've been trying to message you, but it wouldn't let me. So send me a message. I wanted to ask you something. Thank you for being on the live and liking the video. So what was I gonna say? Understand that. Listen, if we have a hormonal issue, fibroids, PCOS, endometriosis, why are you eating things like dairy? Why are you taking things like birth control? Things that are literally filling up your body with synthetic hormones. Why are you putting things in your body? Why are you doing fertility treatments? Things that are filling up your body with synthetic hormones. Your hormones are already out of balance. Your liver is already overloaded with trying to manage the toxins, the excess hormones. So then you put in more junk in your body. More junk in your body. No, we understand what that means. What are hormone disruptors, right? Endocrine disruptors, things like soy, dairy, things that are going to ruin the gut even more, like gluten. You got to understand what these things are. Okay? And you have to, like I said, understand, you have to start making some changes. You have to start working towards balancing your hormones, and stop asking how to balance your hormones. Get to the root cause of the problem. Okay? We'll talk more about the hormones in the hormone reset. free masterclass next week on Thursday. If you haven't signed up for it, go ahead and sign up for it, okay? If you want to work with me, again, Detoxify Your Womb program, 3 days. We have 3 more days left. If you're trying to secure a fibroid-free, this is a shameless plug, fibroid-free 2025. We got 3 days left for you to put your deposit in for our Detoxify Your Womb program that starts on January 1st. If you want more information about that, click the link in my bio, okay? We have a $555 deposit due before December 15th, due before Sunday, okay? So if you're interested in working with me, this is for women that want to secure their fibroid-free 2025. They want to get rid of fibroids in 2025. They want to work and be supported and transform in a program that's helping them get to the root cause of the problem, shrink and dissolving their fibroids, restoring their hormonal balance, connecting deeply with their body, and also getting rid of, like I said, emotional trauma inside the body, helping them release these things out of the body so that there's a lightness, okay? If that's you, click the link in my bio, look up and click on my Detoxify Your Womb program. You'll read about it, see if it's for you, but you got to secure your deposit in before the 15th, okay? So there's that. Once you secure your deposit in before December 15th, the next payment is not due till January 24th. Okay? Work with me for the first 2 months of the year and get rid of your fibroids. Secure your fibroid-free future. 2025. Is there going to be a recording of the free class next week if you upgrade? Only if you upgrade, okay? The recording is only for people that upgrade. Okay? That's written on the description. Okay? So if you want to upgrade, then you'll see the link. Once you register, you'll see where to upgrade, okay? So I would upgrade because the people that upgrade will get a lot of free resources, but that's another conversation. All right, so you have to restore your hormonal balance. That's a must. If you want to heal your womb in 2025, you got to restore your hormonal balance. You got to restore your hormonal balance. You cannot, like I said, be walking around with hormones that are out of balance. They're gonna, like I said, make you more susceptible to fibroids, to heavy bleeding, to all of these issues. So restore your hormonal balance, okay? Now, let's talk about your diet a little bit. We're just gonna talk a little bit about this, okay? I don't like to really get too much into diet because then people start asking too many questions because it's like we don't understand diet. It's more, even though it's more than just eating healthy, we do have to, like I said, when we have fibroids, you cannot just follow what they're saying on Google.com about your diet. I'm going to be honest with you. When you have fibroids, endometriosis, when you have reproductive health issues, there is a diet that needs to be followed. This is why I have a womb wellness grocery shopping list for only like $11. You don't want, there are specific nutrients that we do have to increase. There are key mineral deficiencies when women have fibroids. A lot of women are iron deficient that has fibroids, vitamin D deficient, right? So there's certain things that we don't want to consume when we have fibroids. So if you're following, the keto diet, that's going to be an issue. And you have fibroids, that's an issue. If you're following a diet that, again, is causing you to put more toxicity in your body, that's going to be an issue. If you're eating a diet filled with processed foods, that's going to be an issue. Okay? So understand that. Understand too that you have to work towards healing the gut when you have fibroids. Again, the gut is backed up when we're dealing with fibroids, endometriosis, heavy bleeding. When you have any type of hormonal issue, that gut is backed up. The digestive system plays a huge role in keeping the body healthy, and also helping your body absorb nutrients, right? So when we're dealing with all of these mineral deficiencies, the gut is not absorbing nutrients appropriately. That's why when you take all these supplements, it doesn't really do much, right? Right? So that's why I say avoid taking all these supplements and heal your body. Focus on that before you focus on taking all of these supplements. That's another thing too. We're too obsessed with supplements and we want to treat them like they're medications. Okay, so understand what an anti-inflammatory diet is. We should not be eating things like dairy. We should not be eating things like soy, gluten when we're dealing with fibroids. We should not be eating inflammatory foods when we have fibroids. Okay? I know that's like surprising to some people, but that's what it is. And if you want to know in depth on what you need to be eating, then you need to get the grocery shopping list, okay? On the link in my bio for like $11. Now, and you also need to be in, what can we do to help our gut absorb properly? I could talk deeper about that in my courses, okay? So, I don't know if you're dealing with fibroids. Are you dealing with, what are you dealing with? We have courses on that. So depending on what you're dealing with, I would honestly look into the courses, okay? If you have heavy bleeding, I have a course on that. I also have a course on fix your period course that helps with that. That helps with the whole process of balancing your hormones, of, again, regulating your menstrual cycle so you're not having 7-day long cycles and brown bleeding and cramps and all of this crap, right? So also, number 4, another key way to heal your womb in 2025 that's very important for women that have fibroids, endometriosis, heavy bleeding, troublesome menstrual cycles, ovarian cyst. You have to understand the womb and emotion connection, right? And when I say that, you have to understand that if you're having issues with fibroids, with your womb health, you have to understand how that's related with your emotions. So if we have issues with the womb, we're keeping a lot of emotions in. We're suppressing a lot of emotions, right? You have to understand that connection with what that means. So the womb is more than just a physical organ. It's also an energetic organ as well. So a lot of times when we've dealt with a lot of trauma in the past, whether it's from childhood, whether it's from past relationships, whether it's from past friendships, whether it's from experiences that happen, negative experiences that happen, whether it's from miscarriages or, things like abortions. If we're dealing with a lot of trauma and we've buried them inside the body, which a lot of women do, right? Because we haven't processed it. We just, like I said, hold on to it. We hold on to this stuff or just put it in the back of our mind. Because the body always keeps score. And if you haven't read that book, read the book. The body keeps score. So if you have not processed through this trauma, they form into, like I said, reproductive womb issues. So if you're holding a lot of things in, and you're holding a lot of things in energetically in the body, it's going to form as tumors. It's going to form as cysts. It's going to form as heavy bleeding, right? As issues with the womb, right? This is, as women, our womb is our powerful feminine center, right? A lot of women, unfortunately, who don't understand their power, who don't understand who don't understand themselves, who do not think highly of themselves, think their womb is nothing, right? This is why it's so easy for some women to just have a hysterectomy. They think it's just a useless organ. It's not. You've been indoctrinated to think that it's not just a useless organ. It's not just a useless organ. So when you just cut into it, or when you allow them to take it out, that says a lot about what you think of yourself. Okay? So I just want to reiterate that. You don't understand your power as a woman. There is no connection with the body. There is no connection with self. And again, as women, a lot of women allow Western medicine, which is under a patriarchal system, to indoctrinate them into thinking that their bodies are nothing. Okay? So they're over there medicating. They don't do all this stuff that they do to women. All these things, medicating them, putting them on birth control, putting them on this, cutting out, all these fibroid surgeries. They're not doing this stuff to men. Yeah, men have their own health issues, but they're not doing all of this crap they're doing to women. They're not doing it to men. Women's health is a huge business in healthcare, and the sad thing is that you're not getting better. All of these surgeries, all of these medications, you're not getting better. All these pap smears that got you guys doing, you're not getting better. You're getting worse. And as a collective, women's health as a whole is in the garbage. The same thing with women's womb health. My God, that's deeper that's in the dumpster. That's in the dumpster. Look at all these women dealing with fibroids. Look at all these women dealing with heavy bleeding and clots and 7-day periods. Like, who believes? Like, that's crazy for you to think that it's normal to bleed for 7 whole days. That's crazy to me. To bleed for 7 days and you wonder why you're anemic and you think that's normal. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. So you have a lot of stored emotional trauma in the body that has not been released, that needs to be released. So if you're dealing with fibroids, heavy bleeding, you have a lot of store. So we have to start releasing that stuff. We have to start working through that stuff. Okay? We have to start reclaiming and our feminine power as well. Because you don't understand, if you're dealing with these issues, there's a disconnection from your feminine power, there's a disconnection from self, right? There's a disconnection from your intuition. You have to start. This is why I had the Healed Woman 3-part course last week, so women can understand how powerful they are, how literally they were given the gift of wisdom, their intuition, creativity, flow. But a lot of you guys are not tapped into that. You have not tapped into that. And that shows, because if the womb is having issues, the feminine center, then that's again reflects into your life. It's a reflection of what's going on in your life if your feminine center is having issues. Okay? And I know this deeply because, again, personally have went through it, and also, again, have helped many women heal from this. Okay? So don't take it lightly. Don't take it lightly when you're having reproductive health, womb health issues, fibroids, heavy bleeding. Heal it. Don't take this lightly. It's not just a physical issue, it's also an emotional and an energetic issue. My name is Patricia. I'm bleeding heavily. They gave you Myfembree. Get off medication as soon as possible. Do not take medication. Hey, this is anybody. Do not take medications for heavy bleeding. You heal your body. Get to the root cause of the problem. Patricia, get into I have a free masterclass next week. Register for that. The womb reset. Okay, so you can learn more about what's going on with your body. It's for women that want to learn. Okay, we do not have to suffer from heavy bleeding. And if anybody watching this, I do have, that's not on the site, I do have a course on heavy bleeding. If you only have heavy bleeding and you want to resolve that issue, if it's the only issue you have is heavy bleeding and maybe issues with your period, I do have a heavy bleeding course, how to eliminate heavy bleeding. I think it's like $27. So if you guys want that, send me a message or email me. You can click the link in my bio, you'll see where to email me. And don't forget, okay? Don't forget, because sometimes I say that, email me, you guys forget to do that. So I will do it now, so you don't forget. All right, so also too, when you're dealing with, so reclaim your feminine power, all of these stress issues that you're dealing with, the overwhelm, start working on that, okay? Do you have a course for gut only? I do. Email me, I do have a training for that. Email me. What was I gonna say? But if you are going through, and I don't know what your name is, I just see black and a question mark as your profile picture. Is that the only thing that you have is just gut issues? Let me know. Is that the only thing? Because if that's not the only thing, if you're going through period issues as well, then that's not what you need. You need to get the Fix It Period course, or you need to get the maybe the how to eliminate heavy bleeding. Let me know what you're dealing with. Is it only gut issues? Because if you're here, more than likely it's more than gut issues. Okay. Okay. Fix Your Period course. Fix Your Period course. That's, yeah. So you need to do also too, when you're having fibroids, when you're having, these womb health issues, when you're having, cysts, when you're having PCOS, when you're having heavy bleeding, we also have to do an environmental reset. Environmental reset. So if you want to, these are the 5 ways to heal your womb in 2025. Number 5, environmental reset. So we got to start creating a space that is conducive to womb healing, okay? Whether it's a physical space as well, but also an emotional space as well. Hey, Brittany, hey. We have to start, I think I left you a message, so reach out to me. We have to start creating a space that is conducive to womb healing, emotionally, energetically, physically. So if you have people in your life that's stressing you out, if you have people in your life that, if you have stressful environments, you have to start making some changes, because you can't heal in that. If anything is stressing you out, you have to start making changes, because you cannot heal in stress. Stress adds toxicity, okay? Yes, I gotta thank you so much for your support. It made me feel, oh, you're so welcome. You're so welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you for, again, listening to this message. I appreciate it. Okay, so you have to start, like I said, changing your daily habits, right? We have to start making our environment. We cannot have, I'm gonna give you guys an example. If you have a stressful lifestyle, you're here, there, and everywhere. Some women, like, literally, they pack up their schedule and they act like they're so busy, but they're not really productive in their life. If you feel like you're busy, but your life is not improving, that's a problem. We're just filling our time with busy work. That's a problem. So if you're so busy, but literally you're busy is just, I'm going here, I'm going there, and it's nothing productive, it's nothing that's, again, adding to your life, that's the problem. You have to start eliminating some stuff. Because we always say we're so busy, we're so busy. A lot of times it's just a bunch of just fillers. You're just like filling up time, avoiding the real work of what you got to do. A lot of us fill our schedule up so we won't think about, you know, our traumas and our pain. So we just, again, we do things to, like, you know, escape from that, and things that you don't even be doing. So if you're drinking all the time, partying all the time, instead of you actually going within and again, doing inner work, that's the issue. That's the issue. So we have to start doing some lifestyle modifications, some lifestyle adjustments. Okay. We have to start, like I said, make our environment conducive to womb healing. Also, we're going to have to do an evaluation of people in our life. So if you have people in your life that, you know, don't appreciate you, that you feel like don't really love you for you, if you feel like you're a people pleaser, we got to start making some changes. Okay. A lot of women are people pleasers. That's a woman that is disconnected from self. You care too much what other people think about you, but you're giving more than your own capacity. You're filling up everybody else's cup, but your cup is empty. That's a woman that's disconnected from self. So we got to start making some changes, some lifestyle changes and modifications if we're trying to heal our woman in 2025. And I'm not telling you to cut everybody off. I'm telling you to start making changes. Learn how to say no. Put up some boundaries, for goodness sake. Okay? Put yourself first, right? Put your own, like, you know, just like they tell you in the plane, put on your own oxygen mask first. Heal your body first before you try to be everything to everybody else. Heal your body first. Your body is calling for you to heal it. You got a heavy bleeding, fibroids, cysts, and you over there overdoing for everybody else because you want people to like you so bad. We got to stop that. We got to stop that. What is it that makes us do the things that we know we shouldn't do? It's the discipline that's hard for me. And I get it. Whenever you, I get it so much. Hey, Chartrice, the discipline, I'm going to be honest with you. It's going to be a little tough love. Okay. But some of us got to hear it. A lot of times that lack of discipline is a lack of self-love. I'm going to be honest with you. Hey, that lack of discipline is a lack of self-love. So we have to do inner work. And I was there too. You got to do inner work with that, right? If I know that I love myself and I want to heal my body and I want to get rid of my fibroids, why am I lacking discipline? Why am I allowing things in my outside world to take me away from my goal? This is my goal. This is what I want. This is where I picture myself. Why am I allowing outside things to take me away from that goal? Why am I allowing? So this is a lack of self-love, a lack of, when we're having issues with discipline and commitment, okay? We got to do some self-work. And I get it when you're changing a lot of things, when you're changing things that you've done for years, right? Like, you know, changing your lifestyle. After, you know, engaging in some things for years, it can be difficult to change. The brain will play tricks on you and make it seem as though, oh my gosh, you will panic, right? Our mind gets in the way of us wanting to change. But listen, you have to, like, your soul has to call, like, you have to connect with your soul and tell yourself, listen, these changes have to be made and they have to be consistent. It's a decision. It's not, people think that, oh my God, what do I do to get, it's literally a decision for you. It's you decide when when to be disciplined. It's literally a decision. We make it harder than it really is. It's not hard. I'm being honest. It's not hard at all. It's a decision. What do you want? What do you want? And every day you work towards that goal. What do you really want? Or do you want to keep the life? This is for everybody now. Do you want to keep a life that you hate? And why are you trying so hard to keep a life that you hate? A life of sickness, a life of overwhelm. Why are you trying so hard to keep a life that you hate? These are questions I had to ask my own self years ago. Why are you addicted to keeping a life that you hate? Okay? Why are you addicted to keeping yourself in toxicity? You want to keep the heavy bleeding. You want to keep the fire. And sometimes too, it's, again, we don't trust ourselves enough to do the work. There's a lack of self-trust that we also have to work on. So Chartrice and everybody that has issues with discipline, y'all need the Healed Woman 3-part course. Okay? Y'all need that. Because a lot of women, like I said, they lack the trust really is causing them to not be as disciplined. Okay? So hopefully that makes sense. Was that helpful? Was that helpful? So it's important, if for ladies that want to heal their fibroids, their womb in 2025, it's the actions that you take now. Almost so true. Okay. I'm happy that hopefully, and reach out to me, Sartrice. Reach out to me. Okay. We have our Detoxify Your Womb program opening up January 1st. We're taking deposits for anybody that's interested before the 15th. The 15th is 3 days away. This is for women that want to do the work powerfully, secure at 2025, the fibroid-free 2025, that want to secure it. You work with me the first 2 months at the top of the year, January, February. Let's go closely with me in our Detoxify Your Womb program that's helped many, many women shrink and rid their bodies of fibroids, PCOS, ovarian cysts, get pregnant naturally, and so many other things, okay? So if you're interested in working with me, click the link in my bio, the Detoxify Your Womb program, read about it, see if it's for you, pay that deposit. The next payment is not due all the way until January 24th. It's time for you to secure your fibroid-free future, okay? Whenever you guys have been following me, that if you're like, look into this. This is the best gift you can give yourself to heal your womb. That's the best gift you can give. It not only does your womb reflect your health, it also affects your emotional health as well. So this is the best gift you can give yourself, okay? Any questions? I've been on here for about almost an hour. Any questions? Any questions before we go? If you guys, like I said, I do have a free masterclass coming up. If you want to learn more about what I'm talking about, want to learn more about, you know, if you're new, especially if you're new to womb healing, you're new to understanding, you know, the hormonal system, all these things, how your hormones are affected when you have fibroids, if you want to really desire to heal your womb in 2025, join the Womb Reset Free Masterclass, okay? The Womb Reset Free Masterclass. The link is in my bio. It's December 19th, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be there on the Zoom. Not on the Zoom, sorry. You get a private link, okay? It's going to be a private virtual link. It's not going to be on Zoom, I'm sorry. But it'll be a private virtual link that you will get if you register. There will not be a replay unless you upgrade, okay? I want to make that very clear. Any questions? Any questions before we go? Okay. Don't see any questions. Listen, you want to work with me again, register for our Detoxify Your Womb program, secure your deposit before the 15th, and let's go. We have women we have gotten over, 5 clients in the last couple of weeks. People are ready to heal. Women are ready to heal. And nobody wants to go into 2025. You don't want it to be this time next year, 2025, with the same fibroids, still struggling, still you know, struggling with your health, still having heavy bleeding, still, like, who wants to do that? It's time for you to secure a fibroid-free future for yourself. Let's go, okay? So if you guys don't have any questions, that's it. I'm going to go. Hope you guys enjoyed this live. I hope you guys learned a lot. Be sure to get on my email list. If you like my content, get on because we don't know how long TikTok will be here. They're talking about getting rid of it next month, okay? Which is fine. We're just going to go all over. We're just going to go to what is it? YouTube. So also get on my YouTube, okay? I have no problem. Even if you have no problems today, doesn't mean you're not gonna have problems tomorrow. Get rid of your fibroids. Get rid of your fibroids. You guys shrink and dissolve these fibroids, okay? You must be new. Shrink and dissolve these fibroids naturally, whether you're having the symptoms or not. And a lot of you guys are having symptoms. You don't know that they're symptoms, okay? Now that's all. That's all. You guys have a beautiful day. Bye.